Hello everyone. I'm about to do question one from the June common test, which was written in KZN in the province of KwaZulu Natal. Question one and two just covers analytical geometry. Before I do that, guys, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you have subscribed, thank you. Inkosi Benawe. Uh, just stay for more, guys. I post videos every day just to help you do well in your examinations and have good marks so that you can fly university. Okay, question one. I'm given a diagram and I'm told that DEFG is a parallelogram with vertices D, E, F, and G. Okay, since I'm told that this thing is a parallelogram, I can simply say that this is equal to this. These two are also parallel. Since the length of this one is 5 root 2, this one will be 5 root 2 as well, because opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and equal. Okay, further information, I'm given that GH and EF are perpendicular to one another with H on line EF such that EH is equal to HF. So basically they're telling me that GH is a perpendicular bisector. Why? Because it cuts the line of EF perpendicular and it bisects it as well. Okay, I'm told that the angle of inclination of DG is beta. Okay. DE has a positive gradient. DG cuts the y-axis at J and the x-axis at K. The length of DE is 5 root 3. Calculate the gradient of EF. Since I have 2 points on line EF, I can just find the average gradient. Y2 minus y1 is equal to over x2 minus x1. Yeah? This is 0 minus a negative 8, negative 1 minus 5, and then I'll get a negative 4 over 3 all together. And then I'm asked to find the coordinates of H. H is the midpoint of EF. Ne? So I'll simply say that H, how do I find a midpoint? I'll say x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, right? Simply means that H will be negative 5 plus 1 over 2, and then 0 minus 8 over 2. Then H is negative 2 and negative 4. H is negative 2 and negative 4. The gradient here got negative 4 over 3. Okay, now I'm supposed to find the equation of GH. GH is the line which is perpendicular to EF, right? So it simply means that, okay, before I do anything, for me to find the equation of a line, I must have a point and the gradient. Are we together? The gradient of this line which is perpendicular, I'll just take the gradient of EF and flip it around, and I'll also change the sign. Are we together? Why? Because whenever I take lines which are perpendicular, I take the product of their gradients, I will get a negative 1. So if I'm told that one line is perpendicular to the other and I have the gradient of one line, I can find the gradient of the other line by just flipping the gradient around and changing the sign. So I do have the gradient and I also have the point of H, which is negative 2 and negative 4. So since I have the point, I can simplify the equation by just substituting here. When I say y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1, and then y1 is negative 4, x is 3 over 4, I mean rather the gradient, ne? so x is negative 2. So here I'll simply have y plus 4 is equal to 3 over 4x plus 3 over 2. Are you together? So whenever I take the 4 to the other side, I'll have 3 over 4x. When I say 3 over 2 minus 4, I'll get a negative 5 over 2. This will be my equation. Yeah, it is a negative 5 over 2. Okay, now I'm asked to find the angle of beta. How can I find the angle of beta? Okay, the angle of beta will be equal to the angle of beta is the angle of inclination, right? Since these two lines are parallel, it simply means that the gradient is the same here. So I'll simply say tan of beta is equal to negative 4 over 3. Are we together? So for me to find beta, I'll simply say beta is 180 minus tan inverse 4 over 3. Please note, whenever I find my inclination, I do not write a negative 4 over 3. So I'll simply say 180 minus tan inverse 4 over 3. And then what will I get? I'll get that beta is equal to 126.87 degrees. 0.87 degrees, right? Now I know the angle of beta. They want me to find the size of OJK. 126.87, and then this equation y is equal to 3 over 4x minus 5 over 2. Okay, the angle of OJK, please note that, guys, beta is an exterior angle of this triangle here. Are you together? So beta is an exterior angle of that triangle. So I can simply say that beta should be equal to 90 plus OJK. Why am I saying 90? Whenever the y and x the y and x axis intersect, they form a 90 degrees. Are you together? So beta is 126.87. I'll say minus 90 degrees will give me the angle of OJK. Therefore, the angle of OJK is equal to 36.87. These are degrees, ne? 36.87 degrees. Okay, now I must find the value of x. Okay, how can I find the value of x? Since I'm told that this shape is a parallelogram, DEFG is a parallelogram, simply means the gradient of EF and DG is the same, ne? The gradient of DG is the same as the gradient of EF, which is negative 4 over 3. Why is that the case? Because DG is parallel to EF. Parallel lines have the same gradient. Are we together? So therefore the equation of line DG will be negative 4 over 3 x plus 5 over 3. Why am I saying 5 over 3? Because j is the y-intercept and the y-coordinated point j is 5 over 3. So this will be my equation altogether. So for me to find the value of x, I just need to substitute these coordinates here. Whenever I see y, I must put 7. I must put 7 whenever I see y. And then whenever I see x, I must put x as well. Altogether. So I must put x as well here. There's x here. I'm solving x and I have a denominator of 3. I must multiply everything by the LCD. So I'll have 21 here is equal to negative 4x plus 5. 21 minus 5 is equal to 16. Then I can divide everything by a negative 4. Then x will be equal to a negative 4. So x is equal to negative 4. Altogether. Now I'm supposed to calculate the area of the shape DEOJ. It's DEOJ. DEOJ. Okay, you know what I can do here, guys, ne? DEOJ. Let me erase everything here. How my money. Okay, DEOJ is this shape here. I'll just highlight it in blue. And I have another shape here. I'll highlight it in red. Okay, if I can check the one that I'll do in green, this here I have a triangle here, ne? So if I can find the area of the bigger triangle, right, and then subtract the area of the smaller triangle, I'll get the area of the blue shape here altogether, because the area of the green shape is equal to the area of the blue shape plus that of the red shape altogether. So the green shape is the bigger triangle. I can find the area of the bigger triangle. How so? Firstly, I need to find the coordinates of k. What is k? K is the x-intercept, right? Is the x-intercept. For me to find the coordinate of k, I need to use the equation of dg. Né? dg is equal to negative 4 over 3x. Remember that they have the same gradient, these two. And the y-intercept is 5 over 3. For me to find the values of the coordinates of k, I know x is 0. Just need to find the corresponding y value. No, man, x is not 0, rather, excuse me. Ooh, y is the one that is 0, because for the x-intercept, y is always 0 at the x-axis. Okay, and then when I take the negative, the 5 over 3, it will be negative. I'll have 4 over 3x. Can multiply everything by 3. I'll have negative 5 is equal to negative 4x. Then x is 5 over 4 altogether. So I now know that my coordinates there will be 5 over 4 and 0. So I can find the horizontal distance of KE, right? KE will be equal to 5 over 4 minus a negative 5. What will I get? 25 over 4, right? So that's the base of KE. The height will be 7. So the area of the area of the bigger triangle, I'll say, where must I write? Okay. Area of triangle, it's DEK. It's 1 over 2. My base is EK multiplied by the perpendicular height. 1 over 2. This is 25 over 4. My height is 7. Then my area will be 175 over 8. Okay, and then the area of the smaller triangle, what's the smaller triangle? OJK. Area of triangle, it's 1 over 2. My base is OK, my height is OJ. So it's 1 over 2. OK is 5 over 4. And then OJ is 5 over 3, I think. Yes, it is. So here I'll just get, this is 12 times 2, 24. I'll get 25 over 24. And then the area of DEOJ will be the difference between the two. I'll simply write them in blue. I'll say 175 over 8 minus 25 over 24. What should I get? I'll get 125 over 6, which is the same as 20.83 units squared. This is my area, guys. So that's how they found the area of that shape. All together. Just find the area of the bigger triangle, subtract this smaller area, you'll get the remaining area. Okay, question 2. In the diagram below, in the diagram below, P is the center of a circle that touches the y-axis as a tangent. A and B are the x-intercepts. Okay, by just looking at this, I know the center. The center is 3 and 2. The radius should be 3, because that means for you to travel from here to here, you must travel 3 units. Are you together? Why am I saying that? Because this radius here is a horizontal line, and we are moving from a line where x is 0, and we are coming to P, and we know that P, the x value is 3. So this thing simply means that the radius is 3 units. Are you together? Then the equation of the circle will be x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared is equal to 3 squared, which is 9. Calculate the distance of AB. For me to find AB, I must find the x-intercept together. So how can I find the x-intercepts? I know that the equation is x minus 3 squared plus y is equal to 9. Now, for the x-intercept, y is 0. X minus 3 squared plus, I'll have a 0 here, plus 2 is equal to 9. So x minus 3 squared is equal to 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. Then when I put square roots on both sides, I'll find that x minus 3 is plus or minus the square roots of 5. So x is equal to 3 plus the square roots of 5, or x is equal to 3 minus the square roots of 5. So the distance, okay, this one will represent the x value at A, this one will represent the one at B together, because this is smaller than this one. So the distance between the two, how can I find it? Because they said they want distance AB, right? I'll just subtract these x values. AB will be 3 plus root 5 minus 3 minus root 5. So my answer would be 2 square roots of 5, because the 3's will subtract one another. 2 times root 5. Two times root 5. Okay, another circle has the equation x squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 8y minus 8 is 0. Determine the radius and the coordinates of the center of the circle. You must complete the square here, né? We have x squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 8y minus 8 is equal to 0. Let me remove everything here. Minus 8 there, né? I must complete the square, but before I complete the square, I need to take the constant term to the other side. Now the 8 is positive, né? Whenever I complete the square, guys, whatever I do on the left hand side, I'll do it on the right hand side as well. So here I'll just take this 2 multiplied by half and then square it. 2 multiplied by half, I'll get 1. Then I'll square it, né? Whatever I add this side, I must add on the other side. I'm adding 1, I must add 1 on the other side, né? And then when I take 8 and multiplying by half, I'll get 4. 4 squared is 16. So that means I have x plus 1 squared, y minus 4 squared is equal to 25. So this thing simply means that my coordinates of my center are, the coordinates are -1 and +4, and then the radius is 5 units. The radius is 5 units. Okay. Will the two circle intersect? Motivate your answer by means of calculations. Okay. The circles will intersect if the distance between their radius is smaller than the sum of their radiuses. How can I determine that? The sum of the radius is, I'll say it's 3 plus 5, which is 8, ne? So the distance between the centers, let's call the coordinate of the other center coordinates q, ne? So PQ x2 minus x1 all squared, y2 minus y1 all squared, ne? This is 3. The x coordinate is what? -1. So I'll have a +1 here squared. Then I'll have a -2 minus 4 squared, all under a square root. I'll have the square root of 4 squared, which is 16, plus 36. What is 36 plus 16? Plus 16 is 52. Okay, as you can see that, guys, the distance between the centers we said they are P and Q, ne? Is way less than the sum of their radius, so they will intersect. Yes, they will intersect because the distance between the centers is smaller than the sum of their radiuses. Okay, the circle with center P is reflected on the line y is equal to a -1. I write down the coordinates of the equation. Write down the equations of horizontal tangents to the new circle. Reflected on the line y is equal to -1. Okay, let me erase here. Okay, I have the circle now, ne, which is reflected on this line. Are we together? The distance between the distance between the center, the vertical distance between the center and the line where the reflection happens is just 1 unit. Are we together? It's just 1 unit. So for me to find the coordinates of the newly reflected circle, the center, the coordinates of the center would be P, the image of P, x value is the same, and then the coordinates of the thing, of the y coordinates of the center would be a -1. No, not a -1, man. If the circle was reflected on the line y is equal to 0, né? The coordinates of P would have been 3 and +2. Are we together? but now the circle is reflected on the line y is equal to -1 together. So that means we're just gonna take this point and move it 1 unit down. So yeah, so my center will be 3 and 1. 3 and 1 will be the coordinates of my center. So therefore, the equation of a tangent, what did they say? Write down the equation of the horizontal tangent. Okay, the horizontal tangent, they will move like this on the circle, ne? They will touch at the top and at the bottom. If I have 3 here and the y value is 1, so it simply means that the first one, y will be 4, and the second one, y will be a -2. These will be the equations of my tangents. Please guys, don't worry about this thing, ne? I'll still teach analytical geometry. I'll show you how to find these answers. I haven't done any videos on analytical geometry, but I will do so. So thank you guys. Stay tuned and wait for more videos. Stay tuned.